All right, guys, we are back. Sorry for the delay there. We had a little issue. We updated our name on YouTube just to make us more searchable from Underdog Events and Collectibles to Underdog Collectibles. Caused us to do a little reset up with YouTube on that second post. Thanks for your patience, but we are back. This is week 2 of Back to the Future in cards, where we just go back in time and open a pack from the 70s, 80s, or 90s to see what we can uncover. So we've got, I think, 7 or 8 guys that bought into this one. Really cool stuff. These are packs that we have been holding since, in this case, 1982, to open with you guys. That's the kind of foresight that we have at Underdog Events and Collectibles. So tonight we're going to be opening 2 rack packs of 1982 Topps. These, as you can see, were conveniently purchased at CVS for 69 cents in 1982. There's great cards in this set. Of course, the iconic card is the Cal Ripken Jr. Rookie card, but there are a number of other great cards. There's an awesome Ricky Henderson card in this set. We're going to have fun opening it tonight. What we do is we randomize this just like any other break, and we're going to be doing more of these. We're going to be doing them all summer long, and we're going to be mixing it up. 70s, 80s, 90s. Sometimes it'll be a rack pack. Sometimes it'll be a traditional pack. Sometimes it'll be a box. It really just depends on what we can find. These rack packs sell, they're between $20 and $40. I imagine with the fact that where everything else is going, I can't imagine what these are going for today. These are really cool to open, really fun. I'm going to enjoy doing it with you guys. So to keep us moving, since we had a little bit of a delay, we're going to do our dice roller first. And it's going to be rolled 7 times. Then we are going to randomize. And I should show you guys, make your list first here. And I want to make sure everybody's back with us, guys. That's our list of buyers. Okay, in this set, you have 26 teams, okay? Just reminding you, this was before expansion. You do have the Expos in here as well, which is kind of cool. So we're going to grab our list of buyers. Thank you guys for hopping into this. Would love to hear your ideas on what you'd like to see opened in the future, okay? There it is. What did I say our dice roll was?
About 7.
Oh, wait, I didn't put that up on the screen. Hold on a second, guys. I want you to see it. That's all the names dropped in, okay? Just to make sure we see it. And our dice roll is 7 again. And there it is. That's all the names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, guys. So we've got our Luke. One of our guys from Ricard has been with us a long time. Has the Orioles. You've got the Braves as well. Red Sox Wes, White Sox Luke, Cubs Joe, Reds Michael, Indians Wes, Tigers John D, Astros Michael Sandello, Royals Angels Ryan, Dodgers Sandello, Yep, we've got then Wes with the Brewers and Twins, Luke with the Yankees, Mets to Wes, A's to Terry, Phillies to Ryan. Michael's got the Pirates and the Padres. Rhino, you got the Giants, Mariners to Luke, Cardinals to Luke, Rangers to Ryan, Blue Jays to Michael, and Expos to Luke. All right. So these are going to be fun to see. I've got to do these by scissors. You cannot trust the razor blade. And what I was talking about this last week, especially in the 80s, when I can. Now, granted, you know, there's lots of reputable people, but there are. Michael and I were trading some messages about this week. You know, there's a few dishonest people in the hobby that make us all nervous about the hobby. And what I like about Rack Packs is that when it comes to some of this vintage stuff, they are much harder to tamper with. So you have a much higher confidence level if you're buying something like this that it hasn't been messed with. Now, a common problem you had in Rack Packs, and I remember this from back in the day, you see that top card? So it's funny, people are always interested in who the top card is, but in Rack Packs, because of the way they were sealed, they would sometimes hit the sealer right there and mess them up. AL stolen base leaders. Tim Raines, Ricky Henderson. Okay, guys, that card, we are going to do a randomization at the end on that card because that's two people between the teams represented, okay? But that's a keeper, so we'll take care of you guys on that. Al Oliver, hitting machine. You can now, next time you're in Vegas, just go over and in the suburbs, you can take a batting lesson from Al Oliver. He gives them there like 6 months out of the year. Art Howe, great player, great manager. That's a nice one. Really well centered too. Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer. Lance Parrish, former Tigers great. George Foster, one of my favorite Reds. Former member of the Big Red Machine. Hit 50 homers in a season. Gaylord Perry, Hall of Famer. Carney Lansford, great player, World Series champion. Gary Carter, Hall of Fame, rest in peace, Gary. Fred Lynn, Hall of Very Good. People forget, that he played for the Angels, but he was known for playing for the Red Sox. Oh, that's a nice Tim Raines. Little off center, unfortunately, that happens. Beautiful card, though. Daryl Evans. Matt and I saw Daryl in Nashville at the Nashville Card Show a couple months ago. Luke, yes, Bowman did break. Okay, guys, that was a good first pack. We did one of these last week, our first one doing it, and I mean it was a strikeout rack pack. So it's nice to see a much better pack. A couple of those Hall of Famers come out. Of course, what we're wanting to see is a Cal. And who has the Orioles again? That's Luke. You have the Orioles, by the way, if you're just joining us. I would really like to pull you a Cal Ripken rookie, man. All right, let's see where we go from here. Marty Weisstrom, Lee Lacy, Fernando Valenzuela card. We will also do a quick random just on that between the two owners. Bobby Brown, just to be really clear, that is not formerly of New Edition. Okay, guys, this is the 81 home run leaders. Mike Schmidt, Tony Armas, Dwight Evans, Eddie Murray, Bobby Grich. We will also do the same thing on that card, just between the teams represented, since we're only doing 2 packs here. Ben Ogilvy, he was a very good player for the Brewers. Long-time Brewer. Fernando, that's a nice card. Man, Fernando Mania in 1982 was a big freaking deal, guys. I was 5 years old, but I have heard about it. Jim Palmer in action, Hall of Fame. Milt May, Fernando Arroyo, Hal McRae, Kansas City Royals great. And he went on to have a son play for the Royals for a long time, Brian McRae. Charlie Huff, I think Charlie Huff won 200 games. Ferguson Jenkins, not many people remember him there, but he closed out his career with the Rangers. Nice card. Hall of Fame. Willie Randolph, Yankees great. I think he's now their bench coach. Dwight Evans. Almost Hall of Famer. Hall of Very Good for sure.
And still got time.
He does still have time. Oh, come on. Come on, Cal. Bill Madlock, professional hitter. Nice card. And then Rick Honeycutt, a former University of Tennessee pitcher. So no Cal, guys. We're going to keep trying on these vintage breaks to hit one. Really cool. But that was a much better pack. And also these cards are in really good, so these star cards are in really good position or condition. I wish that Reigns had been a little more well-centered, but still a good, cool card. Same on the Gary Carter, man. Both the Expos. Just a little OC. And that Gaylord Perry, Foster, Lance Parrish, Paul Molitor. I remember this card vividly as a kid. Paul Molitor, man, a professional hitter. So we've got 3. We're going to do a quick random team match between the owners, okay? I'm going to slide those over. And guys, on these, just for cost, because we want to keep the cost low for you guys, we will ship you the stars unless there's a certain card you request that you saw come out for your team. We're going to ship you the stars, the Hall of Famers, that sort of thing. We just can't make all those work. Now, most of you bought stuff, so they'll just be bundled in with your buy. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we've got an A's and Expos. So Expos is owned by Luke, and the A's are owned by Terry. So we're going to grab both of your names. Hang with me for 1 second, guys. Well, and just to keep it simple, guys, this is 1982. It's the 80s, so we're going to randomize this 8 times, and it's going to go to one of the 2 of you. Oh, wait, that's a whole list. Let me just get your names. And it's, well, that's not working. It's copying the whole list. So I'm just going to have to type you in Carrie and Luke. And I'll randomize it 8 times. The name at the top is who will get. Oh, wait, that can't work like that, Matt. We can't just do the name at the top for 2, right? And for randomizing between the 2 teams? I don't think so. We'll see how it goes, guys. Hang with us. This is a new one for us. All right. So 8 times. Name at the top getting the card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And it does randomize it, so sometimes it doesn't move, so that does work out. So name at the top, that one's going to Luke. That is the 81 stolen base leaders. Can you mark that for Luke? Matt. Next, we are going to do the Fernando Valenzuela Indians and Dodgers card. That is Wesley Ward and Michael Sandello. We're going to do this one 8 times. Name on top gets to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That goes to Wes. That's to Wes, Matt. And then this one is between 5 people. A little more intrigue here. It's an 81 home run leaders card with Schmidt, Armas, Evans, Bobby Grich, and Murray. So you've got the Phillies represented. That is Ryan Husby. You then have the A's. That's Terry. You then have the Red Sox. That's Wes. And then you have the Angels. Anaheim 7 and 8. And that goes to Terry Carden. Okay, very nice. All right, guys, we really appreciate you breaking with us tonight. Thanks so much for doing Back to the Future. We're going to continue to try to find interesting product. Different sports, we want to be doing baseball, and we'll note that in the listing. But we really appreciate the support. Thanks for coming back out. And new breaks will be posted sometime today or tomorrow, and we'll either be going live Thursday, but definitely Sunday. It'll all depend on what we can find for you guys. Thanks a lot. Have a great night. Always bet on the underdog.